Welcome to This Explainer, where we're taking a deep dive into the engineering behind railway signaling. We're going to explore exactly how this technology completely revolutionized track capacity, while also uncovering the hidden and honestly pretty surprising challenges that train drivers still face every single day. If you've ever looked out the window of a moving train and wondered how thousands of tons of metal hurtling down a track are kept perfectly safe, well, you are in the right place.
Okay, let's run through the agenda real quick. First up, the evolution to light. Second, multiple aspect signaling. Third, the route knowledge requirement. And finally, environmental and visibility hazards. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The evolution to light, from semaphores to LEDs. Historically, railways relied on mechanical semaphore arms. Think physical arms mounted on heavy posts, operated by signalmen who were literally pulling massive mechanical levers connected by hundreds of yards of steel rotting and wires. It was a workout. And at night, drivers had to peer through the pitch black to spot this dim little oil lamp flickering behind a colored lens. At high speeds, that was obviously far from ideal. Today, we've moved to high-intensity lamp units and, increasingly, cutting-edge LED arrays. These don't rely on moving parts. Instead, they instantly and vividly convey red, yellow, and green aspects. This shift didn't just improve visibility, it decoupled the signal from the mechanical limitations of a signal box, totally opening the door for massive leaps in automation. Section 2. Multiple aspect signaling, increasing track capacity. Multiple aspect signaling, or MAS, is basically the ultimate engineering solution to track congestion. In the old days, you basically had to wait for a train to clear a massive section of track before another one could even enter. MAS completely changes the game by fundamentally altering how closely trains can safely follow one another. It does this by taking the railway line and systematically subdividing it into uniform block sections. Think of these block sections as moving safety bubbles. The absolute golden rule of MAS is that only one train is permitted per block section at any given time. Because the signaling system is continuously monitoring train detection, it can communicate multiple states of readiness to the driver behind. By giving an advance warning of a red signal ahead, using those yellow caution aspects, following trains can pack much more closely together when they have clear aspects. This drastically increases the overall capacity of the line, absolutely without sacrificing safety. Now, what's really interesting is the four-aspect signal itself. By utilizing these high-intensity LEDs to communicate explicit braking or proceeding instructions across those block sections, we're giving drivers the exact information they need the second they need it. A four-aspect system actually gives even more advanced warning than a standard three-aspect system. That means trains can safely travel at higher speeds, knowing they'll have plenty of braking distance if they encounter a sequence of restrictive aspects coming up. Section 3. The route knowledge requirement. Driver competency. So just when you think the engineering is flawlessly automated and the lights are doing all the heavy lifting, we hit a major complication, and it's all about the person sitting in the cab. Let me ask you this. If you're driving a train and you see a bright green light ahead, does that mean you can just push the throttle to top speed? You might assume a green aspect means pedal to the metal, right? Green for go. But the reality of railway operations is way more complex than your everyday traffic light.
Here is the crucial point. In systems utilizing route signaling, the light only tells you how far you are authorized to proceed. It absolutely does not tell you how fast to go. The driver has to mentally carry the exact permitted speed profile for every single curve, every junction, every bridge, and every mile of that route. They memorize all of this as part of their rigorously assessed competency. A green light simply means the track ahead is clear. It is entirely up to the driver's route knowledge to know that the upcoming curve requires them to brake from 90 miles per hour down to 50 miles per hour, completely regardless of what the signal actually says. Section 4. Environmental and visibility hazards. Environmental limits.
This intense cognitive load is further compounded by external factors that actively fight against the driver's ability to safely read the signals. Imagine rocketing down a track at high speed while battling blinding, low-hanging sunlight, or navigating a tight urban curve that drastically reduces the crucial seconds you have to read the signal ahead. Sometimes, direct sunlight simply swamps the signal, completely washing out the LED or lamp entirely so the driver just can't tell what color is illuminated. But there's actually a much more deceptive hazard that engineers have to combat. Perhaps the most terrifying environmental limitation is the phantom aspect. This is an optical illusion where a bright, low sun hits a standard filament bulb or an older signal lens at just the exact right angle. The light enters the signal head, bounces off the internal mirrors or reflectors, and shines right back out. To the driver rapidly approaching, it looks exactly like the signal is illuminated, potentially causing a false clear signal when a train is actually required to stop. This phenomenon, known as ghosting, is a huge reason why modern railways go to great lengths with specific lens hoods, precise placements, and specialized LED technology to ensure a restrictive red signal is never, ever misinterpreted. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. We've spent over a century engineering brilliant ways to pack more trains onto the same tracks using high-intensity lights and moving block sections. But if a tight curve or a setting sun can still trick our most advanced optical systems, where is the tipping point? Where is the line between automated capacity and the incredibly heavy burden we place on human intuition and memory? It's a fascinating balance between machine capability and human endurance. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and hey, keep an eye on the signals next time you ride the rails.